I don't know if I can film this whole video with Hobbs on my lap, but you guys know he likes to be a part of these videos. I feel like he can't not, so he's just gonna sit on my lap while I film this. Hey guys, my name is Sarah Wisted and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm sharing with you some purchases that I've made recently at thrift stores and vintage stores. So I've seen a lot of people on Instagram and YouTube going like thrift shopping and vintage shopping, which I know is not a new thing, but I feel like there's been like a renewal of people wanting to do that, like just to find new things for their home. I realized two things actually coming to that point. First one, I feel like the older you get, the more furniture is like higher up on the priority list. Like I feel like when I was younger, I just like didn't care what my furniture looked like. I was more like interested in buying clothes or going to events and stuff like that. But now I feel like home decor is just like so fun, especially when you own your own house, like being able to change things up and find different pieces that's going to go into a spot that's probably going to be there forever. Not forever, but you know what I mean, like longer term than if you were to live in an apartment. You don't know if that piece is going to go in the next one or whatever. Number two, probably just from COVID, everyone's been staying inside, and so if you're kind of stuck at home, you want to make sure that your home is comfortable and nice. So yeah, I think there's like a renewed like interest in people redecorating their houses, which I love because I really love connecting with you guys on home decor, and obviously I love looking at different home decor, and I'm decorating this house that I literally have no clue what I want to do with. Well, I do have an idea, but I need to find the stuff. So I did do the whole thrift and vintage shopping, and I think I have like a little bit of a strong opinion on it, which I'll share towards the end of this video. So I'm gonna save my opinion on everything towards the end. I gotta put him down. I feel like he's just really hard to maneuver around. So I'm gonna save my opinion about all of this towards the end of this video. I wanna show you, I actually vlogged like going to the stores. I went to 3 different Goodwill stores and I wanna say 2 different like vintage stores. And I feel like the difference is Goodwill is like you just donate your stuff, and then a vintage store is people who own the store go source stuff for you. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of test both those out. I did want to go to an estate sale too, just to see what the difference was and like give my feedback on that. But the ones were kind of far away and I really just didn't feel like going, if I'm being honest. First, I will show you what happened at the Goodwill stores, and then before I get to the other stores, I'll show you what I bought and we'll go from there. Okay guys, so I am at the first place that I'm gonna go thrifting at, and it's just the Goodwill in Buckhead, Atlanta. I'm just kind of excited to try this little challenge that everyone else has been doing. Also, I can't find my like black fabric mask anywhere, so I had to use one of these disposable ones, and I hate these ones so much, so I'm trying to be fast because I hate wearing these masks. I feel for you guys who have to wear them every day. If you guys need vases for a party, like whoa, they have so many here. Okay guys, so that was not successful. There was some lady in there who pretty much bought the entire store. She was just sitting in there with like everything that was actually cool in a pile. And I went to go look over at some of the things not knowing it was hers, and she's like, oh, that's all purchased. She like basically anything I was looking at over in her section, it was all gone. So I think people do this and they just like stake out these Goodwills and then they buy everything up, and I mean, hey, it's probably a good deal for them, but it sucks for me who's late to the game. So I'm gonna go do another Goodwill that's not in such a popular area and see if there's anything there. All right, here's the next location. I think this is technically Sandy Springs. You guys, I have to show you this. I don't have tea parties, but how freaking cute are these little glasses and saucers? I think I'm gonna get these. All right, we are at our third Goodwill. This one is at Perimeter, like in Dunwoody, I think is where we are at. But anyway, so I've actually been to this one and it wasn't very good, but it was the other closer one to me. So this is the third one in like my area, I guess. And I don't really want to drive too much further because I need to cook dinner soon. But I'm gonna go see if they have anything new since last time. There's less people in this parking lot, so hopefully that means things aren't picked over. So we'll go see. Okay, so I'm pretty disappointed I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna take you guys in. I feel like it's so awkward because it's so quiet, like in the store, which I don't know why I care. Nobody really cares if I'm filming in there or not, but I don't know. I'm pretty disappointed. I feel like people find like really cool stuff when they go to their Goodwills, but I've been to 3 now. I did find some stuff at that last one, but it's not stuff that I really needed. There was no really that cool of anything. The one in Buckhead did have a really cool bench, but that lady had that too. So I think it's just a game of luck and like trying and going as many times as you can, but I don't think I'm really lucky right now. So I think I'm gonna go home and make dinner. Okay, so on to what I actually purchased from Goodwill. I guess I'm gonna go into kind of what my thoughts were. My initial thoughts from shopping at Goodwill is you have to really have some patience. I mean, I went to 3 different stores and I barely found anything. Definitely not a substantial piece, but nothing, like I don't really buy a ton of like knick-knacky type things. So for me, the Goodwill store didn't really make sense because all of the big furniture pieces were not really like the best design. It's just people getting rid of their old stuff. So, I mean, the first store that I went to in Buckhead, actually there was a few really cool pieces, but some woman had already bought everything. So I think it's like a patience / you have to continuously go kind of game. And if I'm being honest, I don't have time for that, nor do I want to have time for that. Like I prioritize my time differently. So I think you can find really good things if you have the patience for it. But I think for me, I'm gonna say no to that because it's a lot. But I will say Goodwill has really good crystals. So if you want to, I don't even know if this is real crystal, but if you want to find any sort of vintage like glass, like just really cool like etched glass, I will say that Goodwill almost always has it. Every time I've gone, there's been some sort of like really cool glass, and this is the first thing that I actually picked up. And of course I didn't need it, but it's this set of like tea. It's like a tea, what's it called? A little tea set? Is that what I don't really even drink tea, you guys. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But it's just like this little like tea set that I thought was really cute that came with these coasters, and it's just like a really cool like etched glass, and it just looked really vintage. I don't know. I'm now thinking I need to throw a tea party just because I have these, but I couldn't say no. I think the whole tea set plus one other thing that I got was like $12 from Goodwill, so I don't know. We're just adding to our like drink collection, I guess. Anyway, so moving on to the next things that I got at Goodwill. I'll start with this little vase thing. So I got a vase. They almost always have like kind of a cool vase. So if you're looking for like a clear glass vase, I will say Goodwill does have those, especially if you're looking for like a ton of vases for like a party that you're having or something like that. Definitely go to Goodwill. They don't all match, but I feel like there's a lot of the same type of vase there. So you like, why buy a bunch of glass vases when you can just go to Goodwill and get them for like 80 cents per vase, like done. But got this cute little vase. I've been seeing similar styles like this on some higher end like decor sites, so I figured I would add this one to my pile. And then the last thing that I got from Goodwill is this just white ceramic bowl. I feel like this looked very Restoration Hardware to me. You could fill it with like plants that come over the side, or I mean, you could use it for a serving dish, I don't know, or you could just put it in a shelf by itself, like on top of some really big books. So it's just a white vase, nothing special, but, or vase. It's a white, is this a vase? How do you, bowl. It's just a white bowl, ceramic bowl. Yeah, I don't really know much more than I can say this other than I'm just probably gonna put it on a shelf with a bunch of other like white or muted toned items, like on top of a stack of books or something like that. So I figured, why not? It's a layering piece. I feel like Hobbs is like getting into something. Hobbs? Here. Hobbs has decided to grab the one bone that he can barely pick up, and he's like throwing it all over the ground. Do I take it from him because I'm trying to film this video, or do I let him have fun because I'm trying to film this video? I'm gonna take it. Am I a bad mom? I'm gonna give him another bone. I'll just be right back. Okay, now that we're back, Hobbs has another bone, so hopefully he doesn't start like dropping that one too. I don't even know where I was. Okay, so the next part, because I just showed you everything that I got from Goodwill, which is just that tea set and the vase and the bowl. So not a lot. I ended up going to, so when I asked for like vintage and just like used furniture stores here in Atlanta, so many of you guys sent me the page for, it's called Atlanta Used Furniture. And you know, I'm always like so skeptical, like seeing things and like going places and like not really knowing, is this worth the drive, or like, is there actually gonna be something like worth it for me out there? So I will say that I was very pleasantly surprised. Atlanta Used Furniture was the first vintage place that I went to. And then I went to one other one, which, Highland Row Antiques. So let me share that footage of me going to those, and then I'll show you what I got. Hey guys, okay, so I'm trying this little thrifting challenge again, except for today I'm gonna go to some vintage stores. So you guys followed me along when I was going to like Goodwill's, and I didn't find really anything except for some things that I probably didn't really need, but they were like total, I think I spent was like $12, so you know, super cheap. But I think today I'm trying to find a buffet or like a credenza for our dining room area. And I'm gonna go to this place called Atlanta Used Furniture. They always find the coolest pieces in Atlanta, and it's actually, the pricing is really good for the pieces that you're getting. I think they're like buffet or credenza type pieces, sell from anywhere between like $250 up to like $450. So the credenzas that I've been looking at, I have been looking at ones that start at like $1,000, and they're just like from like CB2 or something. So, and I love CB2, but I feel like it's so cool if you can find like a vintage piece. It's just a little bit more unique and just, I don't know, kind of special. So we're gonna go see what they have. Yeah, that's my next step. Oh, and I wanted to show you, I'm wearing just super casual Saturday little outfit. It's just a black midi dress from Zara. It's like super lightweight. It's like ribbed knit. And then I feel like I'm gonna need my hands, so I just put on this little, what are these called, belt bags? And my dad's shoes that some people love, some people hate, but I just love these so much. I think they're so cute and super comfortable. Here we go. Okay, you guys, I just pulled up. I'm not gonna lie, this is like, it's over by like the Mercedes like stadium, and I don't know, this just looks not like a furniture store, but they said it's in a warehouse, so I'm about to go inside and see. Doesn't look like there's a ton of people here, so I hope I'm at the right place. Okay, so that was not it. Some like really nice man helped me. He kind of looked like a surfer, which is kind of funny because we're in Atlanta, but he said to go to the light and follow the fence line down, so I'm gonna go try and figure it out. We'll see if I can get there. Okay, yeah, this looks more like it. There's more people over here. So, let's see. Let's go in, I'm excited. You guys, this is insane. Like, the pieces here are so cool. A lot of pieces that I was looking at are already sold, unfortunately, but let's see what else is out. Do you like this? It seems like it could be... Here, open this. Oh, this is nice. Like, this is so cool. 95. Where can I do this? Y'all, this dining set is so cool. Only $350 for this entire set. Another set. They have all these knickknacks. Like, this is so cool. Like this. What this thing is too. Even these like tables are cool. I am so excited. That place is great, you guys. If you're looking for like a vintage furniture place that the stuff is actually worthwhile buying. Like, I feel like going to that compared to going to like a Goodwill is just bar none. Like, but this place, like, all the stuff is actually in relatively good condition, so I highly recommend Atlanta Used Furniture. I'm gonna pop into Highland Row Antiques. I've never shopped there before either, so we'll see if I can find anything cool. Okay, so that was quick. I tried to get a quick shot of the store just so that you guys could see it, but it was so tiny and like there was no one in there, so I kind of felt a little awkward just like popping out my camera and like showing what was going on. But there like wasn't anything in there, and I don't know if it's because of like COVID, so they haven't really been shopping or just like getting inventory in. Like, there were a few items there. A pair of vintage Milo Bauman like swivel chairs for, I think it was like $5.25 as the pair. Of course they were super outdated. Like, you would, if it were me, I would want to change out the fabric in that. So you would be paying, I guess, I mean, again, $5.25 for a vintage Milo is actually pretty good. So, but they only had like a few like substantial pieces, and then everything else was kind of like vintage, what's it called, like jewelry, and just like not really furniture, if that makes sense. It was fun. All in all, I'll say for me, well, I'll talk about this later. I'll close it off at a different time. Okay, so coming back from that little clip of me shopping at these vintage stores, out of every place that I went to buy or just see what it was like to go like vintage or thrift shopping like in store, I will say Atlanta Used Furniture is 100% worth it out of all of them. Not only is it worth it, but I would actually recommend going there over some furniture stores. I'm just over just like the fast production type thing, and I guess I'm really appreciating well-made furniture, unique pieces, and just things that are I don't know, have more of a story, I guess. I don't know. And I say that, but I also love IKEA, so I feel like there's my balance, because I have a ton of IKEA and then I'm hoping to have a ton of like unique pieces, so I'm just gonna balance it out and leave it at that. We'll just don't even bring it up, don't even say anything about it, we're just gonna leave it at that. I did purchase some things at Atlanta Used Furniture, one really big piece, but I'll show you the small pieces first. So the first one that I got was this cool little, it almost feels like a paperweight, like it's super heavy, but it has this middle like, what's it called, just like bubble, and there's a hole at the top, if you can see that. So you can put a little like dainty like flower or some sort of like stem. I'm gonna pull a stem off of that branch and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I feel like I completely ruined that now, but it's all for the show. So it just like holds like a little branch. So it just adds a little something. I mainly got it just for when I'm taking pictures of different like home stuff. I feel like adding just a little thing of greenery or a little like foliage, I can't say that word, it just makes everything look better. I don't know if I would put a branch like this. It'd probably be like a naked branch, or just something with less leaves going around, but I don't mind that. But I just thought it was really cool because you could put just one branch into this little, I think it's a paperweight, I don't know, but it looks really cool. So the second thing I picked up was this terracotta vase, and it's like this white beige color, and it has a little bit of a texture. It is pretty small, but I felt like it would go really good next to a larger vase next to it, so that it had some sort of like balance. Not like a completely oversized vase, but just something like a little bit bigger, maybe to put in our powder room, or just something like a little bit lower scale, if that makes sense. So I just thought it was really cute, and I really liked the shape of it, and I think it was only like $15, so there's that. I will say what I didn't know at Atlanta Used Furniture is I didn't know that they had decor items. I thought it was just like substantial furniture pieces, because they, on their Instagram page, they are promoting like big pieces like dressers and credenzas, buffets, couches. They find it vintage. Their whole thing is vintage, mid-century, modern furniture, and the stuff they get is actually in really great condition. So speaking of big pieces, I'm gonna show you what we got, and it's right here. We got a new buffet, and I am so thrilled. I think, so it's a vintage buffet. I don't think it's any like particular designer. How do I explain it? Let me just show you what it looks like. How freaking cool is this? I am obsessed. You guys know I love drawers that don't have handles, and this doesn't have handles. And the other best part about this is if you open this, there are just so many like ways to store things. These are drawers also. Just so much storage, and that's what we need, right? Anyway, so here it fits like perfectly in there. I'm still debating if we want to refinish it. Like, we completely cleaned it and it looks pretty good, so we're kind of like nervous to, I guess, lose the integrity of it if we refinish it. But I think I want it to be just a tad lighter, like to be closer to one of the lighter tones in the floor. And I feel like it has like a slight yellow undertone to it. You can't really tell in the video, but it's bothering me just a tad. But it's honestly not that bad. Like, it's just really pretty. So yeah, this was my best purchase of this whole journey. Let me put you guys down, hold on. Okay, so that was my best purchase of this whole journey. So like I said, I was mainly looking for like bigger pieces that I could like put out, either bigger decor items or like a big piece like that. And Atlanta Used Furniture is where it's at. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna let you guys go see it. Bottom line is, I don't think I'm a fan of thrift shopping. There's nothing against it. I think it's a really cool concept. I just personally don't have the patience for it. But I am a fan of vintage shopping, mainly because somebody has already sourced all the items for you, so you kind of go knowing that there's something there, maybe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's always so fun taking you guys along with me when I'm doing certain things around the house, so I'm hoping to create some more videos for you guys. There's a few ideas that I have in my mind, like how to create my own art. We have a huge entryway, like huge wall that's like completely blank, so I'm trying to fill that, and I don't want to spend like $1 million on something that I'm probably gonna change later. Does anyone else buy home decor and change it like pretty regularly, or is it just me because I think my husband hates me? But yeah, so if I decide to do that, of course I'll take you guys along that journey. If we decide to refinish that thing, I will take you along that journey. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Please also subscribe to my channel because I really, really appreciate it, and it just shows the support. And yeah, I have nothing else to say, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But I hope you guys are having a good week, and I will talk to you on my next video.